Good evening, wrestling fans. Gordon Soley with you here, along with Buddy Colt. And this is Championship Wrestling from Florida. Tonight, the Florida Heavyweight Champion, Barry Windham, in the house and will be defending that title, as is the Bahamas Champion. We will see all that action when we return. All right, wrestling fans, welcome back once again, and we are excited right now to be bringing you this incredibly action-packed episode of Championship Wrestling from Florida here in the Sunshine State. And, Buddy, people still talking about what we saw go down a week ago here in Championship Wrestling.
Well, a lot of people, including myself, I still can't believe that Kevin Sullivan was able to get in the head, but that's what he does. He's a manipulator, and he finds a way to do it somehow. But if he got in the head of Kendall Windham, who did the unthinkable thing, he turned on his own brother, Barry Windham, last time out here. And, you know, this is going to be our first opportunity to hear from all the people that are involved in that, including this young man coming down the aisle right now, Kendall Windham.
I don't mind telling you, I've known Blackjack Mulligan and his sons, Barry Windham and Kendall Windham, for many, many years. And I never thought in a million years that I would see what I saw. And I'm not sure if we're going to get an opportunity or not to hear from this young man or not, but he made some very big decisions recently, and there's going to be fallout. There's got to be fallout. Fans, we would like to take a quick moment to let you all know that the next super card of wrestling here in Florida is going to be coming up in just a few days, and that will be Heat Wave in the Lakeland Civic Center.
Well, it starts out with a handshake. We'll see.
All right, they lock up middle of the ring. Kendall with a body slam on young Sam Houston. Saying young, Kendall Windham himself a young man. The decisions that we make in life have repercussions, and I think Kendall Windham is about to find out that he made a bad one.
Well, right there, you just saw that Kendall Windham was loading up the right hand, but then he decided to hold back on it, so maybe he's had a little bit of time to reflect. Maybe there has been a change of heart or something. I don't know. We have not talked to the Windhams nor Blackjack Mulligan since all of this began. Nice back elbows right there.
Well, sibling rivalry has been around as long as time, and it's understandable that could play a role in what we saw last time out here, but very disappointing to say the least. Sam Houston now going for the cover, hooks the leg. He gets one, and that's all he's going to get. Here's the Irish whip into the ropes. He goes back out front, and this time Kendall Windham with the Bulldog. And now Houston goes into the canvas.
Well, it looks like Kendall Windham now starting to open up a little bit more. Clothesline takes him all the way out to the floor.
Yes, indeed. Kendall Windham does seem a little bit fired up at the moment. Windham getting a little bit more of a mean streak here, especially in this match. Oh, brother. You've got to be kidding me. He just dropped him on the concrete floor head first.
Again, this is not the Kendall Windham we know as he rams him into the steel post. Unbelievable. I don't know what to say at this point.
Continues the beatdown of Sam Houston. Houston hanging on to his head. He's really been rocked. Between the concrete floor and the steel post, it's not a good time to be Sam Houston right now. And now Houston finds a way to fight back, and he's got Kendall Windham up in the air, but he's unable to maintain that position, and you've got to think his equilibrium is probably a little bit off at this moment.
He's definitely sustained some severe head trauma in the last few moments.
Kendall Windham now gets caught with a fireman carry, but Sam Houston's going to have to figure out a way to fight fire with fire, and now Kendall Windham one more time and sending him over the top rope. And he'll bring him back in the ring the hard way. Now it is Kendall Windham going for the elbow, and nobody's home.
Well, ever since Sam Houston went for the count, he got the 2 count on Kendall Windham, and Kendall just snapped right off the bat like he didn't expect he was going to try to, win the match at some point in the time. I think Kendall thought perhaps that Sam Houston was just going to come out here and lay down, and that's not going to happen. Oh, my goodness.
Kendall Windham from the top rope to the floor. Sam Houston is in a world of trouble now. Oh, he did it again. He did it again.
Head first into the concrete floor. Kendall Windham. Again, this is just not the young man that we're used to seeing. It's not the man that we know.
Sam Houston trying desperately to get back to his feet. Oh, wait a minute. He just took out the referee. Kendall Windham just took out the referee. And there's Sam Houston out with a chair.
What in the hell has gotten into Kendall Windham?
Now, wait a minute. Sam Houston is in. Oh, what is he going to do? What is he going to do? There's the Bulldog. I think he was trying for the chair, but he unfortunately missed that. But the damage still done. The head of Sam Houston split wide open, and his face quickly becoming a crimson mask. And this one's over.
Well, I'll tell you right now, we saw Kendall Windham in a different way than we're used to seeing Kendall Windham, I can tell you that.
Well, we go back at moments, and this is really when it all started. Sam Houston tried to get the quick win right there, and then that just lit him up, and now look at this. On the concrete floor, Kendall Windham driving the head of Sam Houston. There's another one. And here's the big Bulldog. Fans, I'll tell you, I don't know. Blackjack Mulligan is here tonight. Barry Windham is here tonight. Plenty more action still to come. Stay with us. wrestling fans. This is Ken Rustic inviting you to join us for AWA, American Wrestling Association Wrestling Action, right here on the Nation Network. The biggest, the best, all of the greatest names in professional wrestling under one banner, and that banner is the AWA. Nick Bockwinkel, the Road Warrior, Stan the Lariat Hansen, the Midnight Rockers, and many, many more, right here, exclusively at the AWA, exclusively on the Nation Network.
All right, we are back, and oh, brother. Well, here he is. This is the man who knows how to stir the pot. Kevin Sullivan. The Prince of Darkness is here, and I'm not looking forward to it, but we're going to find out what's on the mind of Mr. Sullivan.
It is a story that's been told over many years in time. Sibling rivalry has never been the same since Cain and Abel. Because Abel was the good brother who believed in Cain. And Cain was the brother who took advantage. He was the brother that would not be kept in the back. He was the brother who would not be kept from his rightful place in the world. And now Barry Windham, and mostly you, Blackjack Mulligan, you know better than anyone what it's like when Cain comes for Abel.
Well, hold on just a moment there. Mr. Sullivan may be getting a little bit more than he bargained for here tonight, as Blackjack Mulligan has heard, I guess, about enough as he's coming down to the ring, get a few words in here edgewise, and we've got a lot of combustible ingredients going on in this ring right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Kevin Sullivan, I've known you for a long time. And you and I never seen eye to eye, and we ain't gonna start now. But you now messing with my family. You now starting to drive wedges between my sons. And for that, there's a price to be paid. Now, I know your Purple Haze got his Florida heavyweight title match tonight. But last I checked, you're still free. Now, I knew you'd not be real happy about this, but Blackjack, think about this for a minute. Kendall Windham, he's had his day in the sun, but he's never had his opportunity to shine. Now has he? Why don't you allow Kendall Windham to go up against Barry Windham? It's not that I'm not going to allow anything. These are two boys that are going to figure things out on their own. They have always done that, and it won't be the first time they've ever had a fight. My problem is you. You the one out here causing all these problems. There wasn't no problem until you. You like to get inside people's heads. Well, you ain't getting inside my head. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you here tonight, and I'm going to beat you from one end of this arena to the other. So you want to get in the ring with me tonight? I am not afraid of you. This is going to be a big news flash, but I'm not afraid of you. I have fought the best. And I will take you out behind that barn like Old Yeller and put you down. Well, you try to take me behind that barn, but I'll tell you something, when that happens, I'm going to stump a hole through you so big you'll be able to drive a freight line through it. And Kevin Sullivan, you like to say that the sins of the father pass on to the sons. Well, tonight, this father is going to kick your ass. Well, I'll tell you something right now, Blackjack. As much as that should send fear down my spine, you'll forgive me if I don't seem concerned. Because the Purple Haze is going to be the Florida champion tonight, and I will beat.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold off phone, and now Kevin Sullivan and Blackjack Mulligan do not have to wait until later. Apparently, it's going to happen right now. Wait, Sullivan just caught Blackjack Mulligan. And he's got a baseball bat.
What is he doing with a baseball bat?
Well, it's Kevin Sullivan, and unfortunately, Mulligan was able to disarm him, at least for the moment. Oh, my goodness. Head first down he goes, and now Blackjack Mulligan is in trouble.
Well, we've seen Kevin Sullivan do some crazy stuff in the past, but this is a baseball bat. You can't get away with stuff like that. There are laws in this country.
He's going to pile drive about the baseball bat. Oh, my goodness. We may need medical attention right here. Clothesline by Kevin Sullivan. Fans will be back. All right, fans, Blackjack Mulligan needed assistance to the back, and I'm not sure if we're going to have that match here tonight or not now, but there was a challenge laid out.
I'll tell you, Blackjack Mulligan did have assistance, but he was also able to get out under his own power, so I think if there's a breath in his body, he's going to come back out here tonight.
Making his way into the ring right now, man who really needs no introduction at all, but I will give him one, and that is the Masked Superstar. World-renowned. He has made quite the name and reputation, I may add. Virtually every place he has ever been. And here is his tag team partner, another man who also very accomplished throughout the world of professional wrestling, Dick Murdoch.
Well, Captain Redneck Dick Murdoch, and he's right at home here in the state of Florida. Even though he's a Texan, this is the lifestyle that he leads. He's used to the hot climate and the rugged terrain, and just a very, very tough, ornery individual. I'll tell you, we've met a lot of guys. He's cut from that same cloth as the guys like Stan the Lariat Hansen. You know, just not the kind of guy you necessarily want to get into an argument with.
Well, tonight these two gentlemen are going to have their hands full, as are their opponents. One of the hottest up-and-coming teams here in the state of Florida, and I can tell you right now, they are the #1 contenders for the Florida Heavyweight Tag Team Championship, currently held by the House of Humperdinck. And here they are, the Tampa Boys, Mike Graham and Steve Kern.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been great to see these guys getting together and coming along the way they have. Both of them have gone through some tough times in the past several months. Of course, what Mike Graham went through with Kevin Sullivan, and then what Steve Kern went through with his tag team partner, abandoning him in Stan Lane. And the fact that these two guys can come together, find each other, put together a tremendous tag team the way they have.
All right, here we go. Suplex nicely done right there by Steve Kern, and he takes him down. Kern going to work on the Masked Superstar, and again, size, strength, weight advantage going over to the Masked Superstar as well as Dick Murdoch. I would expect wrestling and quickness to be in the corner of the Tampa Boys.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But I think they're going to be taking a lot of physicality here in the minute. Look at this right there. Exactly what I'm talking about.
He rakes the eyes of Steve Kern and follows up with an atomic knee drop. Shook the building with that one. Fans, I am getting word right now from the locker room that Blackjack Mulligan is going to compete tonight. So the match is still on, and that is the official word I just received in my headset.
Well, it's like I told you, as long as he's breathing, I thought he would be coming back out tonight because he's got some unfinished business with Kevin Sullivan, especially with what just went down here tonight.
Nice double team right there by the Tampa Boys as Mike Graham going to work on the back of the Masked Superstar. We have yet to see Dick Murdoch in this match.
Mike Graham, of course, his father, the legendary Eddie Graham. Tremendous, tremendous amateur wrestler, Mike Graham. Parlays that, of course, into professional wrestling. He's been one of the tops in that as well.
Now the Masked Superstar, wow, he just caught him and dropped him with that bolo wind-up. Fan special programming note. This Monday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we invite you to join us here for a very special ringside report on the Nation Network. We will be covering the live press conference for WWE2K18. That's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time, right here on the Nation Network. Join us as we cover the late breaking news for 2K19. Right now it is Steve Kern measuring Dick Murdoch with that fist drop right to the forehead. In the meantime, you've got the Masked Superstar on the floor. You've got Mike Graham out on the floor. It is a one-on-one match, essentially.
Well, it's supposed to be a one-on-one match inside the ring, even though it's a tag team match. But as we've seen many occasions, it can break down from there.
Indeed it can, and there's a 1 count is all he's able to get at this point in time, very early in the match, as Steve Kern continues. And now Kern with the butterfly. DDT, he dropped him on his head. That may be all.
Murdoch is in a lot of trouble. Look at him. He does not know where he is.
Well, he manages at the last moment. He senses Steve Kern. And now look at Murdoch with a big elbow. Shades of the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
I'll tell you, both of these guys really handing it out to one another.
And now he ties him up in the tree of woe, taking a page from the book of Kevin Sullivan. Bouncing the back of the head of Kern from the mat. Kern dangerously in the corner of the opposition. He needs to get out of there. See how close the Masked Superstar was, almost arm's reach away, and you don't want to be that close. And provide them with a 2-on-1 opportunity. What a move right there by Murdoch. Throat first, driving him down into the top rope, and now Kern is out as the Masked Superstar gets back in the ring.
Well, he's got him up in there, but he couldn't hold him. And now Steve Kern, you know, you mentioned early on about all that's gone through between Steve Kern and his tag team partner Stan Lane, what Mike Graham's gone through with Kevin Sullivan. If these two guys are nothing else, they are resilient. You have to be, otherwise they wouldn't still be here doing this.
I agree with that 100%. Kern with a nice inverted hip toss right there. Now makes the tag to Mike Graham, the fresh man in, against the Masked Superstar, who is currently down and out. And as I was suspecting, he may have just been playing possum, and it appears that that may be the case. Slingshots him back towards the middle of the ring, and now drops the elbow. Ramming the head of the Masked Superstar repeatedly into the turnbuckle.
There's been a lot of people that'll tell you that the Masked Superstar will load that mask up and use the headbutt as a weapon, but that's not the head that's doing the damage. It's something that he's putting inside the mask.
Oh, wait a minute. Mike Graham gonna go with the running bulldog and drives him into the canvas. And now Graham choking out the Masked Superstar.
Well, that's called fighting fire with fire, and that's what Graham's doing right here.
Sit out, slam it. He couldn't hold him many times. We'll see him turn that into a pinning combination. Wasn't able to do it that time, but let's see if he can hold him here. He got him. There are the #1 contenders for the Florida Tag Team Championship, and they will have their opportunity at those titles at Heatwave. The Lakeland Civic Center will be the host. And it will be this Monday morning right here on the Nation Network. You don't want to miss it. Exciting times here in the Nation Network. Of course, the Great American Bash will be going throughout the entire United States for the month of July. We will be bringing you unprecedented coverage of that event right here on the Nation Network. There are your winners, the Tampa Boys, Steve Kern and Mike Graham, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Join us on Twitch, where men and women who have been held down by a glass ceiling
who have had opportunities denied. Have the chance to rise.
Wrestling fans, we are here and we are ready. Florida Heavyweight Championship match is up next. The title on the line as we see Kevin Sullivan, the Prince of Darkness himself, never shy of theatrics. And he will lead one of the only remaining members of the aforementioned Temple of Five that is now down to two. The Purple Haze.
Well, following the loss to Mike Graham inside the Temple of Doom, we did not see Kevin Sullivan for over a month. And that's mostly because of the severity of the injuries he was trying to recover from in that match. You know, the ending to that thing was just absolutely tragic. He was almost paralyzed. And in the interim, a lot of the flock have kind of sailed on, and Oliver Humperdinck once again has Kendo Nagasaki and the Great Muta back under his control. But the Purple Haze remained with Kevin Sullivan, and Kevin Sullivan says, I'm going to get the Purple Haze to do some of my bidding for me. He's going after Barry Windham in that Florida Heavyweight Championship right here tonight.
Well, I'll tell you right now, he's a little bit maniacal when you look at the Purple Haze. We, of course, remember him as Mark Lewin before Kevin Sullivan got a hold of him, and, well, you can see what he's done. But there is a hell of a wrestler hiding in there. And Barry Windham's going to have to be aware of it and ready to deal with it because the title is on the line.
Well, we take a look at Barry Windham right here from Sweetwater, Texas. We saw his brother Kendall in the opening match against Sam Houston. And again, from what I've heard, these two have not even spoken since what happened over 2 weeks ago.
Definitely hard times right now with the Windhams. Being the older brother, I guess Barry Windham has probably gone down and had different levels of success with different aspects of the business that we are in. And perhaps, understandably, there may be some jealousy there. But there are much better ways that it could have been dealt with. Right now, they're going to be doing it for the Florida Heavyweight Championship. The Purple Haze. And there is Barry Windham.
Well, he's the Florida Heavyweight Champion, and he has been for a long time. Took that title after Lex Luger went on and became the NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Of course, Luger at that time left the area. Barry Windham has defended against everybody that's come his way.
Well, and he's going to do it again right here because the Purple Haze, brother, I'll tell you right now, this is going to be a good one.
You know, I have to wonder about Barry Windham, though. How much will his focus be pulled on, you know, the events that are going on in his life right now? Plus, you have Kevin Sullivan outside the ring, and you know Barry Windham wants to get a hold of Kevin Sullivan, not to mention what he just did to his father a little while ago here tonight.
Well, Barry Windham right now taking all that frustration out on one man, and that is the Purple Haze. And Barry just walking into that big boot, but he comes right back with more. Here's the Irish whip into the turnbuckle he goes, and Windham driving him head first into the mat, and now Kevin Sullivan. I believe he's saying something to him about Kendall, but I'm not sure. Couldn't quite hear him from over here.
But again, distracting him, and that's what he does best.
Wait a minute. Sullivan just putting his hands on the champion, sending him back into the ring, and now the Purple Haze trying to take advantage. Barry Windham winding him up, shoulder tackle, puts him back on his back. Now Windham with the Irish whip into the ropes he goes, drop down, comes up with a tremendous drop kick right to the chest. And down goes the Purple Haze.
Oh, he's got the claw hold. He's got him up, and he throws him down with it. Wow.
When you talk about a feat of strength, the Purple Haze is over 263 pounds, and Windham just lifted him up with a claw hold and slammed him down to the canvas. And once again, the Florida champion being distracted by Kevin Sullivan. And now the Purple Haze again takes advantage of that distraction, and Barry Windham, I think, is only going to take so much of this.
Well, I'm waiting for the referee to do something about it.
Wait a minute. There's a steel chair that was just put in there by Kevin Sullivan, and now the referee fighting Barry Windham to get it away from him, but Barry's like, hey, I didn't bring this thing in, but I'm damn sure going to use it.
Oh, wait a minute now. The Purple Haze going all the way to the top rope. This is bad news for Barry Windham.
He connects with a big elbow. That was a huge elbow drop across the chest of the Florida champion. Now choking him out, referee. Come on, man. You've got to do something.
Well, we all know he's got a 5 count to break it. Big boot to the head by Barry Windham. Well done.
Deep arm drag now, and he's got Windham up and overhead. Press slams the champion down and going for the cover now, but too close to the ropes, and Barry Windham, fortunately for him, very long in the leg, able to get there. And wait to get it once again, Barry Windham with the steel chair, and what's he doing now? He's got it wedged into the turnbuckle. Windham, head first into the turnbuckle he goes, and that steel chair does the job.
And one more time, Kevin Sullivan distracting the referee. Windham might have had the 3 count there. You might want to question the methods, but again, who brought that into this match?
And now Barry Windham standing by. Oh, he's got the claw hold on him. The claw hold is on, and this could be all she wrote for the Purple Haze.
I don't like the look of it right now. If you're the Purple Haze, if you're Kevin Sullivan, you're probably losing a little bit of time.
And it's over. Barry Windham victorious over the Purple Haze. He may have extracted some level of revenge here, but I don't think he's going to be satisfied yet.
Absolutely not. There's still plenty more for Barry Windham to settle up with.
All right, fans, as we take a look back here, there it was, right head first into that steel chair. And Kevin Sullivan, you see him distracting the referee. And here is the moment of truth.
Yeah, when he applies that glow hold, that is a family heirloom. Blackjack Mulligan does it like nobody's business. And he's passed it on to his sons, and they both know how to use that thing very effectively, and that is why he is the Florida Heavyweight Champion.
All right, well, Barry Windham will be defending the Florida Heavyweight title, I beg your pardon, this Monday at the Lakeland Civic Center as part of Heat Wave. We'll be back with more right after this. All right, fans, we are back once again, and it is time for another title match, this time for the Bahamas Championship. And here comes the challenger, Superstar Billy Graham, former member of the House of Humperdinck.
Well, he was excommunicated much the same way as the one-man gang was when he was pointed out as being the reason for losses, and he did not take very kindly to those accusations, and he and Humperdinck, to say had a falling out would be a minor understatement. Humperdinck's replaced these guys with new names. Of course, he's regained the rights to the tag team champions, Kendo Nagasaki, Great Muta, and he's also added Bruiser Brody to the mix. Brody, of course, now is the reigning Bahamas champion. The question is, will Superstar Billy Graham take that title away from him?
Well, it'll be very interesting to find out, and we won't have to wait much longer. And here comes the reigning Bahamas champion, as is recognized by the National Wrestling Association. The NWA, the host of Florida Championship Wrestling. And now here comes Oliver Humperdinck. Bruiser Brody, this guy, I'll tell you right now, he's not tightly wrapped at all. He took that title away from Tyree Pride, the two-time Bahamas champion. Getting right up in the face of some of our ringsiders, and if you're there, you want to maybe put a little bit of distance between yourself and Mr. Brody. And now, wait a minute, Superstar Billy Graham. Superstar Billy Graham wasting no time at all.
Well, superstar Billy Graham, again, he's been dealing with the likes of Cowboy Ron Bass for the most part. He was the one that seems to be the bouncer for House of Humperdinck. He was the guy that took out the one-man gang, and then the one-man gang came back an entirely different man and set his sights on Oliver Humperdinck and the House of Humperdinck. But this time around, superstar Billy Graham wants to do more than just take care of his henchmen. He wants to go after the guy with the gold.
Well, indeed, and superstar Billy Graham just jerking him out of that corner into the middle of the ring. Former world heavyweight champion bout, superstar Billy Graham. Bruiser Brody has never quite reached that level or that height, but he has held many other championships throughout his career. Now superstar Billy Graham applying the claw to the rib cage, and he continues that, and this could be big.
Wow, superstar Billy Graham is showing Bruiser Brody, you might be a little bit bigger than me, but man, I'm tougher than nails.
I believe the strength advantage would go to Billy Graham, even though the size clearly going to Bruiser Brody, and Brody is a dangerous man. Normally we tell you don't judge a book by the cover, but when you look at Bruiser Brody, what you see is what you get. Irish whip sends him in a turnbuckle, bounces back out front. Now superstar Billy Graham has him up for a pile driver. Well, we saw it earlier with Kevin Sullivan. Now we're seeing it with Oliver Humperdinck distracting superstar Billy Graham. And now Bruiser Brody, what? Oh my goodness!
He just hurled him across the ring from behind. Some sort of a choke suplex. I've never seen nothing like it before.
Well, that's the thing about Bruiser Brody. I mean, he's a maniac. It's not about style with him. And now superstar Billy Graham biting his way out of the grasp. And that's a good move right there. Belly to belly suplex by Billy Graham. And another chair comes into the match. And look at this. Superstar Billy Graham's going to use it. He's not worried about the title. He is taking out his frustrations on Bruiser Brody. Fans, we need security here. All right, we are back, fans, and here comes Kendall Windham, and he's all smiles, which I find a little interesting, all things considered.
Well, you know what? It's possible that even he doesn't realize what he has done. First thing I want to say to everybody is I know a lot of people don't understand what happened last week, and that's okay. But the reality is, I've been Barry Windham's little brother long enough. I am my own man. And when I hear people say Barry Windham is the Florida heavyweight champion, and when I hear him say that Barry Windham is a fighting champion, I said, well, there's one person he hasn't fought, and that's me. And then I ask myself, I wonder why. And I think the answer is pretty clear to everybody after what I did here tonight. They know, he knows, he can't beat me. So, brother, Lakeland Civic Center on Monday, Heat Wave, Florida Heavyweight Championship. I want you one-on-one in a Texas death match for the Florida Heavyweight Championship.
Well, I'll tell you right now, that was a big one. He just called out his brother for the heavyweight championship title match. And he says, I want it to be a Texas death match. I mean, that leaves no stone unturned.
I'm just not sure what's getting into the head of Kendall Windham right now. I don't understand it. And I really wonder how much Kevin Sullivan manipulated his man's mind. You know something, Kendall? You and I, we've known each other our whole lives, obviously, and all you had to do was ask me for a title match if that's really what you wanted. You didn't have to do what you did and turn on me during a tag team match. You didn't have to put our father through everything you've been putting him through for your own selfishness. Selfishness? I'm selfish. When was the last time you ever offered me an opportunity at that title? Never. You wouldn't put that title up against me, and you know why? Because you know you can't beat me. I might be your younger brother, but that's the thing that scares you the most. Because of all the names you've beaten out here, what happens when your little brother beats you? Nothing happens. I would be happy for you if you beat me in a straight-up fight, but now what? You want a Texas death match? What the hell's gotten into you? Look, we grew up and we fought. That's what brothers do. But this is different. And you're bringing our father into it. Well, not for anything, but last time I checked, our father raised us to be men who stood up for what we believed in and fought for what we wanted. And what I want is the Florida Heavyweight Championship. And if that means going through you to get it, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. Well, then I guess there's only one thing to say. This Monday, Lakeland at Heat Wave. Kendall, if you want that title match, you've got it. But I'm not going to go easy on you because you're my brother. And I know you're not going to go easy because whatever's going on in your head right now. Well, that's fine. I didn't ask for any favors. All I'm asking for is opportunity. And on Monday, brother, roles are going to reverse. Well, on Monday, you're going to get an attitude adjustment that I think is long overdue. You know, one thing Dad didn't do enough maybe with you is maybe he didn't put you over his knee enough. But I'll tell you right now in front of God and everybody on Monday in Lakeland Civic Center, I'm going to give you that butt whooping that you seem to be long overdue. Well, you can try, but I just don't think that's the way it's going to happen. And by the way, Barry, I'm not looking to play by the rules. Because in a Texas death match, there are no rules.
Well, indeed, he's right. There are no rules in a Texas death match, and that's what we've got. All right, fans, we are back, and it looks like it's going to happen here. Blackjack Mulligan is coming back after the beating he took. Oh, wait a minute. This thing just does not quit. Kevin Sullivan attacking him from behind. Fans, we want to welcome the latest member to join the nation, Wheeze. Thank you so much. We appreciate the sub and look forward to having you as a valuable member of the nation. Now Blackjack Mulligan turning this thing around is almost as if he expected it. And he DDTs Kevin Sullivan on the hard floor surface right here in the aisleway. The bell has not sounded. This match is still not underway. Both men making their way towards the ring. Sullivan now striking back, and to his credit, Blackjack Mulligan not giving up the hat.
Well, we also would like to welcome C-Dub and thank you for the sub. Enjoy yourself here in the nation, the #1 wrestling community for old school professional wrestling. You can follow us on Twitter at Invasion Nation, spelled just the way you see it on the bottom right corner of your screen.
Bell sounds and actions underway. And again, ladies and gentlemen, programming alert, as that hat refuses to leave the head of Blackjack Mulligan. This Monday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be live with the 2K18 press conference. We invite you to join us for that as we get the first look at the 2K19 season and what we can expect.
Indeed, all the new glitches that we look forward to every year.
And now Sullivan raking the back. Mulligan goes in, comes back out front, and now Sullivan attacking. So much going on in the mind right now. Blackjack Mulligan with his sons going at one another for now. We know the Florida Heavyweight Championship. This Monday it'll be 1 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be the Heat Wave. And now Mulligan has got him. He drops him head first into the canvas. Mulligan doing a number on the Prince of Darkness.
Well, the thing about Kevin Sullivan, a lot of times it just doesn't seem like he understands that there will be retributions for the things he does. You know, you look back to what happened with Mike Graham and the Temple of Five, and now you see what's happening right here as he's got Barry and Kendall Windham getting ready to go to battle with one another in just a few days. There's always going to be something that you have to, you don't give without getting, and right now, I wouldn't want to be on the getting side of what is coming his way.
He's got Mulligan up on his back, and now what's he going to do with him? Oh, he just dropped him, hung him across the top rope, and Blackjack is in trouble. Kevin Sullivan with a double stomp. You have to wonder just how much Blackjack Mulligan has. After the beating he took just about 30 or 40 minutes ago. I wasn't sure he was going to make it out here for this match here tonight, but he clearly was ready for it. Or at least insistent on being here for it. I don't know if he was ready or not.
Wow, tremendous move right there by Blackjack Mulligan with the clothesline. And Blackjack Mulligan, you know, we talked earlier about Dick Murdoch. We talked about the likes of Stan Lariat Hansen. Well, again, Mulligan cut from that same cloth.
He dropped the elbow, now goes for the cover, hooks the leg, and Sullivan just barely able to get out of there. To your point, Mr. Colt, I agree. There are none tougher than Blackjack Mulligan. Oh, he's got the claw hold on him, and this match is over. He's got it. He's got the claw hold on. Kevin Sullivan is going to have to give it up.
No, somehow Kevin Sullivan is fighting out of it, and he does. Hard to believe, but he was able to do it.
And now Sullivan going for the pile driver. There it is. Back and forth, each of these men having opportunities. Kevin Sullivan takes advantage and gets the win.
Well, you know what? You have to look back and think what happened earlier tonight and how much did that take out of Blackjack Mulligan. He did not come into this match at 100%, no way. And then Sullivan again, before the bell ever sounded here, attacks him again from behind. So he definitely stacked the deck heavily in his favor. But I don't think we've heard the last of these two guys. As a matter of fact, I guarantee.
Well, there was the pile driver, and that was it. There is the winner, ladies and gentlemen. The maniacal one, the Prince of Darkness, Kevin Sullivan. We will see you on Monday when we're at the Lakeland Civic Center with Heat Wave. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, this is Gordon Soley for Buddy Colt saying so long and good night.